Hello everyone and welcome back to Cloud's Fortresscraft Frozen Factory, Flattsburg, episode 20. I've done a little bit of work off camera, but I have a whole lot more that I want to do. But before I do that, I need to switch out my techs because the improved minecart logistics has finished. So we're going to collect that, and I believe bulk storage is what I need for the next mass storage. Correct. Bulk storage it is. That needs basic and the refined resin. So I'm going to go ahead and put in all the resin I have because he'll use it all. And that. And I'm going to run real quick. I've made a bunch of more unloading stations. And I wanted to make room to carry as many of these as I can because every trip I'm going down there, I'm bringing more carts. More carts, more carts. Because the more rail you add, since these things are so slow, the more carts you need. I might upgrade them eventually, because I will tear down the entire track I have and move it again. And when I do that, I'll probably upgrade the carts. So they go in here. Now you probably saw this part. We're picking up nickel over here. And then now that this is no longer keeping up, it means one of two things. The vein has run out. Aha, the vein has run out. Okay, so we're going to have to move all of this, or we're going to use it to collect gold. But I also need titanium, so I'll have to hook up titanium somewhere. I'm sure there's some titanium somewhere on this level. But what I wanted to show is I've got cargo lifts now down here. So I need to put unload stations on this side. So I'm just going to put unload stations down right where the cargo lifts are now. Although I've made plenty of these things. So I might as well use them all. Everywhere I can. I'll let you go by first. There you go. And that's it for now. We'll save the rest that we have. So, off camera, I'm going to hook up another titanium. And probably have to clear away a big section of the walls and all of that stuff to find some. But also, since I have all of this ore coming up this side now, they can no longer handle all of the ore that's being fed. So I'm going to move the smelters up so I can make room for a very long secondary track system that's going to go from here, and you can see I've already started laying some of it. It's going to go all the way to these smelters. Since they only have one cargo lift, they're going to bring all the extra ore and they're going to smelt it, and everybody will deposit it into this system down here. The reason I'm moving these forward and I'm going to move those forward is to make room for the rack rails. Just kind of give you an example of what I'm going to do. These are the ones didn't have anything on them anyway. So I'm going to move all of these forward. When the third tier of the output port is ready is when I'm going to move all of these. Because while I'm moving them, I'm going to upgrade to the third tier. So I'll come back when I have a lot done. I finally have finished. As you can see, we have the loading station here. Plenty of loading stations. Can add more. And then we take a trip down underneath here. And then we continue to underneath here. Follow it all the way down to where that slime is. And then we'll go around the other lift. Up here to where we'll unload the ores. And of course I'll just hoppers and conveyors or something over. I don't know yet. Probably just conveyors for now. They'll move so slow it won't matter. And then of course we continue all the way back around. And I even put little windows here so I can watch the carts go by if I want to. Continue all the way around, and then we make a full circle back. And that will hold millions of ore, likely, when I get enough minecarts on there. So they're going to load it, bring it over there for smelting. I know I probably could have just put a couple more lifts back there, but this way's more fun. And now that I have all of this new ore coming up, it's time to improve on my bar stockpiling. Right now I've kind of just added lines of hoppers to stockpile, 1,000 or so bars. But what I'm going to do is something much more pleasing looking, kind of cool looking, I'm hoping. I'm going to build little towers for each individual bar. So, copper, tin, iron, lithium, they're all going to have their own towers. And basically, I'm going to try to make it so that I can come along and scoop up like 5,000 of each bar at a time. If I'm away long enough, that is. I'm going to do that for all 7 of these. Give each one its own little color. Unfortunately, right now it's not going to do too much well for those, but in time, more of those ores will come up. I'll probably run downstairs again and double check everything. Keep feeding rack rails to these as I go, because even though they all have lifts in them, not all of them have made it all the way down. But after all this time has passed, I probably have another 900. And I do. Another 900 rack rails for the ultimate cargo lift systems. So that is what I'm going to work on. I don't know if I'm going to have it finished, but I'll have something to look at when I come back. Well, I've got one side finished. I just finished the gold tower and bulk storage is complete. So the next thing I want to work on is something I should have done a long time ago, and that's improved cargo lifts. That should be done very, very quickly. In the meantime, oh look, I need Falcors right here. In the meantime, we have unlocked number 3 of both of those. And we get the mass storage controller, but we don't get the mass I/O port yet. And until we get the mass I/O port, I'm not even going to bother with that. But we do have options of minecart, full and empty gates, the buffers. These are the more logistical ways excuse me, of organizing our minecarts. For example, if a minecart coming from here goes through here and all of these are full or there's no ore in them and he's empty, I could put a gate here and just have a little turnaround and feed him right back into here. So all empty minecarts will stay in a tiny little circle here, and I will end up doing that. But right now I have very few carts and no chance of them turning around or coming out empty. Although he did not stop to pick something up. That's the problem here. Was it full over here? Did I mess something up over here? It's possible. Ah, yes, of course. I haven't actually set up the delivery system. I can go ahead and do that now, though. Make sure we're not blocking any lasers. There we go. So I'm just going to do something simple as this for now. Probably add a little bit here and there as I need. Oh, I need more smelters here too. Alright, well, I'll worry about this later. For now, I want to check out what I need for those I/O, for the Mark III input and output for the mass storage. A lot of resin. I've already set up Mark III power boosters. I needed to make those for the charges. So I'm going to need a lot of resin before I can even undertake this. And I just used a lot of resin to research that. I used 150 resin to research that. So I'll check on my little hive mine down here. I need to start automating the delivery of the liquefied resin. I'm going to give him a little bit of food. 10's probably too much. Dial that back a little bit. There we go. That'll give them plenty to do. So yeah, I'm going to need a lot of liquefied resin before I can do anything. So I'll probably get that automated then. Since I'm to the point where I need a whole lot of it, I'll start automating that. For now, I probably have a little bit of resources. I can build those smelters over there.
Crafting.
5. Let's see what kind of forced inductions I have. I have 3 of those, 3 of those. So we'll upgrade these, and we're at a nickel. Alright, no problem. I am going to go set up these smelters and fix that line before I do anything else. It's been a long time in the coming anyway that these needed to be here. Now, this is not being powered yet. And the way I've been doing that is feeding a power straight across into these batteries. Like from here. And that will feed to the induction charger, I believe. Considering he can pull it out of the back here. Yep, alright. So that will feed that, and that will get that smelter going. Oh, this is all just in the way now. Okay, so I have to set up all of this. I'll probably do something like a line of hoppers. Like that. And finish it across. Just about, oh, you know what, I should probably lay these down first. It looks like the iron that was coming up out of here is probably dried up by now. And if that's the case, I'll just take all of that stuff out. There we go. And as I add a couple more stations here, I'll increase all of this. Eventually this ore thief is going to move, and I'll plop him down where the least resources are getting, so that can supplement that. But for now, I'm going to try to get some resources together for the Mark III mass storage. Well, before I get all the resin I need for making these, since I'm already automating step 1 and step 2, I might as well go ahead and automate step 3. Now, to do that, I'm just going to place a manufacturing plant down with a battery. He will get a logistics hopper with remove only. And then we need to continue our power source. You know what? Let's use a blue battery since he's powering a blue transmitter. Or not battery transmitter, blue transmitter. Why do you have no power? Let's see. Oh, because you are not facing the right way. There we go. Oh, I just got a text. So that should be powering all of this. Okay, there we go. So for Mass storage input. Mark III. We need the Mark IIs, of course. We need refined liquid resin. We need the Mark III power booster and advanced machine blocks. How many Mark III power boosters was that? 4. Okay, so we will have to use either this or the big one. I'll use that one instead. And I'll put a logistics one on there when he's empty. So there's the Mark IIIs. And remove only. And then we'll also do remove only for him. And see, 4 and 16. Well, it looks like I'm going to be using the bottom of this one. 4 add-on. Remove only for him as well. Now, unfortunately for me, the advanced machine blocks, there we go, those are being made all the way across the map. So I think I'm just going to manually put those in there for now, especially because I don't have a whole lot of resin. There's no sense in me running a conveyor all the way down here. Once I have, you know, hundreds and hundreds of resin being produced, then it will be worth it, I think. Until then, not so much. See, I've got enough resin to make 2 of them. And there we go. Now, if we come down here, that will be... should have something in there soon. Well, of course, it always helps if you actually click automate. And he has all the ingredients and he's crafting. Good. So we're going to hit add only again. And we'll be able to come around and grab these from here. Fantastic. Cover up those. And this looks like it's doing pretty well. Obviously, we need many more minecarts. Many, many, many more minecarts on this system. So I'm going to get on that. Well, now that I have my lift down here for crystal, I've went ahead and automated this little setup here. And I brought a manufacturing plant down here just to make some steel cutter heads for this. And I can move this setup around. The bars that I put in here will last throughout this vein. So I'll just refill the every time I move this. Hopefully there's a pretty large crystal vein somewhere close, because every crystal vein I've hit so far has been very tiny. Oh, look, there's a gem over here. Probably underneath something. Oh no, no gem. Just colorful plants. Okay. So the crystal will be brought over here into this lift. And then right now I just have it separated off of the main line. I know it's a little dark here. I'm almost to the surface. There we go. Crystal is just being brought off here for now. And I'm going to matter move it from here into here somewhere for storage and production of crystal clocks. Because right now, that is where we need them. We need them right here, crystal clocks, in order for advanced machine blocks. I have the matter movers. I have plenty of matter movers. It's just a matter of powering them. Yeah, just a matter of powering them and not running out of power myself.
fusing up.
They won't require a whole lot of power because they shouldn't be moving too much. But the first one I'm going to give... I wish there was a turbine right here. That's okay. So I'll do that for the first one. Stack these up. He'll pull from here. And send them into this hopper. And of course he can share his power. Up and over from here. I'll just use these to get up. 2, 3, 4. And we need one right there. Oh, no. Not there. There. Right? Yeah, perfect. Go to these. So... Wait, no, I didn't do that right. The matter mover needs, or the hopper needs to be here. He needs to be here. So you need to be there. And I need you here. That should be sufficient. Oh. Fell into my little biomass area. This is where I stockpile biomass to be turned into fuel. Because I don't have it coming up here automatically yet. I can store a couple thousand in there. Didn't remember to cover that last time. That's the one I want open. There we go. So now, he is matter emitting items into here. And then he's beaming them up. And he will send them over. And I'll have my crystal clockmaker somewhere around here. Probably just pulling directly out of here. So he needs power now. Now I don't want to pull off of that. So what I can do is put a battery on. I'd rather have something bigger than this 200. Oh, it looks like I already did have them in my inventory. Okay. So I'll put him here. This guy there. And will he connect? Yes. Okay, perfect. So he's pulling from this battery. He's pulling from that battery. He's feeding that guy. There we go. Now I know I could accomplish all of this with just 2 conveyor belts, but I like to use a little bit of everything, just change things up. Call me crazy, that's fine. That should do it. Perfect. So my crystal clockmaker, I had to put that away because I needed room. Now I wonder if a matter emitter will still emit into here if I put it on remove only. Okay, it follows just like belts, it doesn't care. So we'll put that on remove only. This one will be add only. And all I've got to do now is beam power through there. That should be pretty easy to do. Let's see. Line myself up. It's this tile here. Okay, let's give you a battery. Face you up like you just were. And then we can do that. Oh no, he needs to go up. Perfect. Now we have crystal clocks automatically being made and fed into the machine block assembler. But I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here, so I appreciate you watching and I hope to see you next time.